of camping. The quiet, the isolation, the feeling that the world finally leaves you alone. This happened last year, and to this day I still can't explain it. I went camping alone in a forest I'd visited before. Nothing extreme, just one night, one tent, no cell service. I remember telling myself, it's just me and nature. That was the first lie. By 9 p.m., the forest went dead silent. No crickets, no wind, just nothing. If you've ever camped, you know that's wrong. I tried to brush it off, zipped my tent, and lay down. That's when I heard it. Footsteps. Slow, careful, crunching leaves, circling my tent. I held my breath. The steps stopped right beside my head. Then I heard breathing. Not an animal, too steady, too close. A whisper came from outside. Hey, my blood turned ice cold. I didn't respond. I didn't move. The voice spoke again, softer this time. I know you're awake. My heart was pounding so loud I was sure whoever, or whatever, was outside could hear it. Then the zipper of my tent moved. Just an inch. I grabbed my flashlight and turned it on. The light hit the tent wall, and I saw a shadow. Tall. Too tall. The head tilted sideways, like it was studying me. Then it did something I still have nightmares about. Tap. 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 And then it walked away. I didn't sleep. At sunrise, I packed everything in seconds and ran. But halfway down the trail, I stopped. Because I saw my campsite. Another campsite. My campsite. An exact copy. My tent, my bag, my chair, set up perfectly across from where I slept. But inside the copied tent were muddy footprints, leading out, not in. I left the forest and reported it. The ranger went quiet when I described the whisper. You heard your name, didn't you? I nodded. That's why we tell people, never camp alone here. I asked him what it was. He didn't answer. He just said, if it talked to you, it already knew you were there. I don't camp anymore. And sometimes, late at night, when everything goes silent, I swear I hear footsteps right outside my door. When I got home from my camping trip, my dog wouldn't come near me. He just stood at the end of the hallway, staring, not growling, not barking, just watching me, like he was waiting for something to step out from behind me. I went camping alone, at least, I thought I did. The trip was supposed to be simple. One night, remote trail, no marked campsites, just forest. I remember feeling uneasy before sunset. Not scared, just aware. Like when you realize someone is walking behind you, but every time you turn around, no one's there. I kept hearing footsteps that matched mine perfectly. When I stopped walking, they stopped. When I walked again, they walked, exactly in rhythm. I found a clearing and set up my tent, and that's when I saw it. About 20 yards away, another campsite. Same tent as mine, same color, same model, facing me. I told myself it was coincidence, but but it was positioned exactly where mine was, mirroring me. Even the entrance faced the same direction. I didn't see anyone. No car, no gear scattered around. But sometime after dark, a light flicked on inside the other tent, and a shadow moved. It wasn't random. It was doing exactly what I was doing. When I sat up, it sat up. When I leaned forward, it leaned forward. When I froze, it froze. I decided to test it. Slowly, I raised my hand. Across the clearing, the shadow raised its hand, but not at the same time. Half a second later, like it was copying me, learning me. I don't know why I did it. Maybe I wanted control back. Maybe I wanted proof. But I waved, just once, slow. Across the clearing, the shadow didn't wave. It kept its arm raised, bent too far back at the elbow. And then, it waved differently. Not copying me, not delayed, just wrong. Like it was practicing. I don't remember falling asleep, but when I woke up, the other tent was gone. No collapsed fabric, no footprints, no flattened grass, nothing. Just an empty clearing, like it had never been there. The entire drive back I felt off, like my thoughts weren't lining up properly. I'd reach for the radio, and my hand would hesitate, like it wasn't sure how. At one point, I looked in the rearview mirror, and for just a second, my reflection blinked before I did. When I got home, my dog wouldn't approach me. He stood at the hallway entrance, staring at my face, then slightly to the left of my face, then slightly to the right, like he couldn't figure out which one of us to look at. Last night, I stood in front of my bathroom mirror, completely still, didn't move a muscle, and I waited, just to see if it would happen again. 3 minutes passed, nothing. I almost laughed, almost felt stupid, and then it smiled. I didn't.